Samson saw her, fell in love with her, and she was not in love with God. He fell in love with someone who didn't love God. There's a New Testament principle: be careful with who you partner with. Because your partner, who you're going to pull with in work. In fact, 1 Corinthians or 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14 says this: do not be yoked together. If you know what an oxen yoke is, that's how they pulled, right? Remember that if you remember the history of seeing it. Do not be yoked together with, team up with unbelievers. For what does righteousness and wickedness have in common? Or what fellowship can light have with darkness? But Samson began to team up with someone who did not have his values, his morals, his desires for life. And so what happened, Delilah was offered a bribe. They said, we'll give you a whole bunch of money if you can find out the source of his strength. Why can Samson at times have this phenomenal, over-the-top, supernatural strength? Delilah, we got a boatload of money for you. Find it out. So she did, prodding. Try some things. Well, the new ropes. We have brand new ropes. Oh, I won't. Oh, no, try this. She kept telling me. Well, then fine. Well, if you weave my hair into the loom, which is getting closer to what his strength represented, and all these things, then she'd say, Samson, the Philistines are among you, and he'd get up and just but again, he was playing around with God's presence in his life. And then Judges 16:16 says, with such nagging, she prodded him day after day until he was sick to death of it. So he told her everything. Weeks of nagging and nagging and nagging. Of a woman who didn't love God. And he finally says, this no razor has ever been used on my head. Samson revealed the source of his strength. And the strength was not in his hair, by the way. Having long hair doesn't give you more strength. But it represented his commitment